all you people, and welcome to a new video series I'm gonna call Crafting Things. Name still work in progress, subject to change. A series where I do all sorts of crafts. And for this first episode, I will be showing y'all how to make wall stickers, or wall decals, or whatever you call it. Things that stick on walls. So get your paper and your scissors, and let's get crafting. Now, first things first, before we make anything, you're gonna need your supplies. How I will be making my wall stickers is with a laminator. Some of this stuff I like to call sticky tack. You know, the type of sticky tack I'm using is right here. And laminating sheets, and of course some paper and scissors too. Now, I know a lot of you probably don't have a laminator or a sticky tack. So here's some alternative supplies that you guys should have lying around your house, or that are easy enough to find and purchase from the store. Those supplies are clear packaging tape and painter's tape. Now that we have our supplies, let's move on to step 2. Step 2 is very simple, and that is to get what you want to turn into a sticker. Now, I already have what I want to turn into a sticker right here. I drew all of these off camera to save some time, and these are some of my creatures and OCs I made, and also Clodsires here too. I'm going to be turning these pictures into a wall sticker. One thing I do highly suggest is to use thicker paper. I use paper from my mixed media sketchpad, and that has a pretty good amount of thickness to it. You could probably also use sketchbook paper too, like regular old sketchbook paper. And unless you are going to laminate these, I don't suggest using printer paper. It's like way too flimsy and it's not going to hold up over time. Get out of here. But once you do get your subject, we are moving on to step 3. For step 3, we are breaking out the laminator. Make sure you read your laminator's instructions on how it works, because each laminator works differently. You want to get your laminating sheets out and put your soon-to-be stickers in there. Now, laminating sheets are very staticky, so if you have pets, make sure the hair is not like in between the sheets, because once it goes through the laminator, there's no going back. Once you have all your art in there, just put it in the laminator and watch it get laminated. Be careful, laminators can get very hot. Also, to make sure you guide it in there and put it in straight, because if you don't, the laminator will fold it in weird ways, ruining the stickers. And there we have it, a laminated sheet of artwork. An alternative way of doing this step is to use clear packaging tape. I will be using Clodsire for this part. Now, what you want to do first is to cut off the end bit. Unless you're using a new roll of tape, the end bit of the tape usually collects a whole lot of dirt and dust. So you don't want to use that, because if it starts to show through the picture, then it's going to ruin your art and all you'll be able to see is the dust, and that's not good. Once you get that out of the way, you can put some more tape and stick your picture on there. Keep in mind on how big you make your picture, because if it's bigger than like the actual tape, like wider than it, you're going to have to use more than one strip, and you're going to have to layer it on the picture. Now, we're also going to do the same thing for the back side. We're going to take another strip and stick it onto the back. Doing it on both sides is important, because if you don't, then when you go to hang up your sticker later using like either the tape or the sticky stuff, it's going to tear up your artwork, because the sticky stuff's going to stick to your paper and then it's going to tear it up. So using the tape or laminate helps protect your artwork, and also makes it last longer too. Now that we're done with that, it's time to move on to step 4, cutting. Now we need to free our stickers by cutting them out. I'm going to skip this part and do it off camera because it's pretty straightforward. One thing to keep in mind though is to keep a border of tape or laminate around your picture when you're cutting them out. Because if you cut too close to the paper, that will cause it to start peeling off, like the tape or laminate. Also, to remember to throw away the excess. Our stickers are now free. Now let's figure out how to hang them up. For this next step, I will be using what I like to call sticky tack. Now, sticky tack is this Play-Doh-like stuff that allows you to hang up things like pictures on your walls without damaging them. Since these are pretty small, we don't need a whole lot of it. A tiny amount on key points of the drawing will do. If you don't have any sticky tack, or you just don't want to get it, another way of hanging up your stickers is using painter's tape. It's literally designed to go on walls without damaging the paint, so it's pretty perfect. All you need to do is take a small strip of tape, make a loop and stick it on itself. So now you have the sticky side on both sides, and it's gonna look like a little ring or loop. Make sure you try to flatten it as much as you can, which I am clearly failing at doing that. Because if you don't flatten it, the sticker won't hug the wall and instead will just pop off like it's some sort of pop-up book. Because you don't want that. You don't want that to happen. But let's move on to our final step. The last step is decorating. You are now done. Once you get that sticky stuff on there, you can hang it up wherever you like. So go off and decorate and, I don't know, do whatever. I'm not your boss. Hope you enjoyed this series. I would like to do more of these little crafting videos, but they probably won't be super often, more like a once in a while thing, just when I come up with new crafting ideas. So if you're new here and if this is your first video, I mostly do drawing videos where I talk about things I like. I also make animatics of my original characters and also things I'm a fan of, so if you're interested in that, go check them out. But for now, I have to wrap this up. Tune in next week for another video where I will see y'all later. Goodbye!